Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of What's Your Next. And today what we have on tap for you is just where does the franchise industry stand today as far as its breadth and depth. And I think what's really interesting about all of these statistics we're going to go through is
Welcome to What's Your Next. This is the go-to podcast for aspiring business owners who want to get to the next level, escape the rat race, and give their middle finger to the corporate 9-to-5. If you want financial freedom, work-life balance, and the business of your dreams, you're in the right place. Dave and Stacey Riska, husband-wife franchising duo, openly share their successes, failures, and lessons learned in franchising, business ownership, and working with your spouse.
the amount that they've grown in just a short period of time. Now, I do want to disclaim a couple things here. Number one, these statistics come from different sources, Entrepreneur Magazine, International Franchise Association. And what I've seen is that they're all give and take a few on the same statistic. So we just average them out a bit for the statistics that we're going to show you today as far as the size of the franchise industry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read these out, and Stacey and I are just going to give you some commentary on these, on just how much this really means to the U.S. economy, how much the franchise industry means to the U.S. economy. Right now, the franchise industry, the economic output of the franchise establishment in the United States is in excess of $7.9 billion per year. That is a tremendous amount of money flowing through these franchises. So, Stacey, I mean, what does this mean? I mean, this is a huge number.
It means there's a lot of zeros and numbers don't lie, right? So franchising is a huge part of the economy in the United States. And Dave and I, we always talk about, should you start a business from scratch or should you look at franchising? And we always encourage our candidates to look at all of their options, but the numbers and the stats don't lie. So the number that Dave's sharing with you, 7.9 B with $1 billion of economic output. That's a lot of sales being made attributed to franchises.
Right, and I think the big thing here is that how much this has grown just over the last 10 to 15 years. It really has become a much larger part of our economy. All right, statistic number 2. And we a lot of times allude to this in some of our other webinars and podcasts. But right now they say there are over 4,300 franchise brands out there. And I actually believe that. I mean, I'm starting to even come across new brands that I've never heard of just popping up out of nowhere. So Stacey, what are you finding?
It is amazing. And I never knew it myself, because when you're driving down the road and you look at those businesses on the side of the road, many times you may think it's just like a mom and pop business, but so many of them are franchises. And I think it's going to tie into another stat that you're going to share with us, Dave, but they represent every different industry.
Yeah, no kidding. And it's funny because the next stat is, and to me, I think this is low. We've seen numbers different than this, which I'll share with you after I share this stat. 775,000 plus franchise establishments currently in the United States. These are your franchises that you see when you drive down the street. Now, I've heard statistics as high as 950,000. Maybe that's changed, maybe COVID. You know, there's obviously a lot of them that may have been not essential businesses and they just haven't come back. Who knows? But anyway, it's a lot. You drive down the street, you see them everywhere. Again, another statistics that we frequently reference in our podcasts and some of our webinars and stuff is that the number of industries that the franchise business encompasses. And today they're saying there's over 100 plus industries represented. And this is where I really have seen the growth. There's a lot of new franchises coming out in a lot of new industries. I won't say new industries, but in industries where there weren't franchises there before, right? So I think it's really interesting that not only are the number of franchises growing, but so are the number of industries you can find a franchise in.
Yeah, there's business to consumer, there's business to business. If you can think of the industry, there is a franchise for it. There's franchises for ATM Bitcoin, right?
There's Bitcoin franchises. There's franchises for crime scene cleanup. There's franchises for absolutely everything out there. Now, another statistic, again, another fun one, the number of jobs represented by the franchise industry, jobs franchising directly creates 8.21 million jobs. So a lot of jobs. You know, you find a lot of people working in these franchises that we're telling you see as you're driving down the street. So it is a massive growth industry for jobs in this country as well. And the final statistic, which I actually found to be super interesting, and I really didn't even have a concept on this when I had first seen it or heard it, is that nearly 3% of the amount of the U.S. nominal GDP franchising represents. So that means that it's 3% of our GDP in this country. And I'm guessing and growing rapidly. So if you're interested in franchising, it's a wonderful place to be. It's a wonderful place to look if you're interested in learning more about business, becoming an entrepreneur. These are businesses that have established business systems in place to help you be successful, and they now represent a large part of our economy and probably going to continue to grow going forward. So the final statistic is not really a statistic, and that is if you are interested in learning more about franchise ownership, you should contact us. You should let us know what you're interested in, why you're interested in it, and we will certainly love to reach out to you and help you learn more about this industry. Stacey, do you have any final comments for today? You have anything you want to share about the industry before we close out?
Franchising is just such a phenomenal opportunity. What Dave didn't mention is that we own a franchise ourselves. We have for the past 16 years. And therefore, when we're helping candidates such as yourself learn about franchising, we practice what we preach. And so all of the numbers and the stats that Dave shared with you today, we're part of that in this amazing industry called franchising. And look, if you're going to go into business for yourself, wouldn't you rather be in business for yourself, not by yourself? And with a franchise, you get that because you're getting a proven system and all of the support and the training and the resources to set you up for success. What makes it work is being matched to a franchise that makes sense for you. And that's what Dave and I do. We look at your transferable skills, interests, resources, and passion and match you to a franchise that could be a great fit. We would love to talk to you. We talk to candidates in all realms of life, people who are looking to transition out of their corporate job. They're just miserable. We have veterans that we work with. We have husband-wife teams that we work with. So no matter where you are, if you want to get to your next level, please reach out to us. Dave will leave the information below and include it in the show notes.
Well, thank you all for joining us. We'll catch you on the next episode. Have a great day.
Bye.